That's it. We good? Listen up, yo, I'm the Mushroom Man and this is my story. You better listen up and it won't be boring. Once hunting mushroom was so hard for me, but I gotta feel God, I mean my homies. Now that I had graduated, I communing with nature. 'Cause I'm so well acquainted with the nomenclature.
I'm pretty new to working with Alan, just a couple months. He's incredibly knowledgeable, but better than that, he's fun and very human and sweet, and that's probably the best part of working with him.
He is such a passionate, down-to-earth person, and his approach to life and the way he eats is just very unique and special, I think.
Alan Muscat's resume could only exist in the come-as-you-are city of Asheville, North Carolina. This self-described Forager runs the No Taste Like Home ecotourism group, and he uses his skills as an educator, author, and yes, rapper to put the fun in fungus.
So Alan, how did you get into this?
There's two ways to answer it. One is college. I hiked, cooked, and studied Taoism for the first time. So like I got into nature and natural food. The longer term answer is that I always grew up in a family that went to yard sales and rummage sales and liked something for nothing. And I like to joke I go to a yard sale every day now in my yard. I grew up in the city and I grew up like afraid of other people. My parents were like, don't trust anybody. So it was just like fear of life. I'm learning primarily that the world's not such a scary, dangerous place. We're in June, right? So we're looking for reishi, we're looking for chanterelles, and this is great. We got a mix, we got oak, hemlock, and a lot of it down, a lot of it dead. So keep an eye, wait, what am I telling you? There's gotta be 20 on here. This is reishi mushroom. This is the mushroom of immortality, some call it. You cut this up dried and make tea, and it's anti-cancer, it's immune tonic. I'm gonna harvest the rest, which is a little treacherous because it's going over the stream, but that's what apprentices are for.
Yes, enter MacGyver soundtrack.
Temperate rainforest. It's easy to get back to the source and cut out the middleman, so to speak. People like doing it themselves. They're using ingredients that are local. A lot of them are asking me for something new, something wild. The diversity comes from the biodiversity. That's how I see it. You see what I see? Very exciting! It's probably the most difficult mushroom to find, and they're right here. It's these black crinkly things. These are black trumpets. This is a baby. This thing gets like 3 times bigger than this. Wow. And it's edible when it's young. That's a meal. I mean, we might not use the core of it, but we'll just trim until the knife catches and we know that part is edible. It's called Berkeley's polypore. It's light enough looking and actually small enough that I think this will be quite nice. Chewy, I guess like chicken would be a good description. So this lovely thing is a milk cap, and we're gonna see that by breaking it and seeing all the milk. So a lot of people think when I tell them I pick mushrooms, they're like, oh, that kind of mushroom, you know, funny mushrooms. And it's not my specialty. I mean, I'm all for them, but I wouldn't find them here if I tried. You know, when you hear about that, it's hot cow fields in Florida, you know, and there is one woodland version of that here. And I haven't found it in a few years, but it used to be once a season I find it. And it's, quote, known to cause unmotivated laughter and foolish behavior. I've learned that it's just trippy to, like, you know, just get high on the beauty of them, you know? And that's more sustainable. I think there's ratio.
After returning from the forest, Alan decided to take us on a little detour. He wanted to forage ingredients from a tree in a parking lot and to show us how he likes to break it down after a day in the dirt.
I'm gonna be in the background. That's how the rap videos go, right? Because I'm just back up, so I'll be back behind
whatever
you.
you say.
Is that a person in your head?
Yeah, that's why it's my persona. Man, you know he knows that's where the people pushing, shoving when I'm serving my treats. Say who needs a hamburger, this is better than me. I got all the fancy restaurants begging for more, cause what you getting from me, you can't get from the store. I mean the chefs go crazy when I bring them a stash. Gotta take another trash just to take on the cash, cause their minds start spinning when they're licking the pan, cause they've been hit by a bullet from a mushroom man.
Anywhere else in the country, A mushroom forager and his apprentice rapping in the parking lot of a sports goods store would be weird. In Asheville, where the characters are as diverse as the mushrooms in Alan's basket, it's pretty status quo. After a song, it was time to eat.
We're going to go to the Grove Park Inn, and at View 1913 is their restaurant where James Lumley's going to prepare. We got mushrooms, plants, flowers, a little bit of berries. It's enough for the day's meal, for sure. Flowers, some berries, mushrooms. Yeah, you want to spread it out?
Yeah. Let's go take a look.
Recognize this?
I think it's a polypore, but why don't you tell me more about it?
Berkeley's polypore. You got it, yeah. So there's the pores.
He's really opened my eyes to the bounty of North Carolina and especially the Asheville area. Just from meeting him and me traveling around, now my eyes are opened all the time. I'm texting him. I'm
sending me photos.
It's really exciting. When you go and you cut the mushroom off the log and you have to clean it yourself and then taking it back to your kitchen, that sense of connection to everything, I guess, really makes the dish stand out, and it kind of inspires you in new ways. The fruits of your labors.
Thank you.
We made a gnocchi, and we have your chanterelles, black trumpet mushrooms. We made a broth out of the birch twig and the sassafras, and a little bit of the mimosa flower. Just amazing. So it should be a very aromatic broth.
It's great to see the potential of it, you know. It makes you want to slurp.
While parking lot rap came easily to the mushroom forager, coming up with a final thought to end our day was a little more challenging.
Asheville's got the most flavor of any place I've ever lived.
Take two.
Asheville sure tastes great.
I have a quote. This is by Elizabeth Robbins Pennell, who wrote a cookbook in 1894. And she said, "However they may be served and eaten, mushrooms you must make yours at any cost. Learn to like them, will to like them, or else your brief sojourn on this earth will be a wretched waste." How's that?
Nailed it.
It's great.
Have you heard the rap?
Oh, I've heard the rap. Oh yeah.
What do you think about the rap?
It was the best way to end the day.
More and more, now some people be complaining that I'm raping the woods because they never been acquainted with my personal goods. If you came to my classes, then you start to see. You pick a mushroom off the ground like picking fruit off a tree. Like a monster in a storybook, I'm telling you, you cut off one mushroom's gonna grow back. Two! So, I might be castrating, but they still get to mating because the fungus still be growing down in the substrate like this. I don't have to be walking around toting a gun. I got a fistful of fungus, put you on the run.